Good day and welcome back to another DB Legends video. In this video we are taking a look at the battle gauntlet for the green sparking ultimate Gohan. So this is the latest battle gauntlet to come to DB Legends. It's part of the final part of the Legends anniversary, which has been very long, but I think it's been pretty good overall. I would say decent. I think it turned up to be decent when they adjusted the worldwide rates, but I do think they still could have done a bit better overall. But yes, it follows the same trend as other battle gauntlets. You have a set of boost characters, and your goal is to obviously complete all 100 floors of the battle gauntlet as quickly as possible. Should you be able to, you will obviously get a fair chunk of Zenkai Awakening power for the unit. You will gain in total 3,000 Zenkai power for the unit, which is pretty good. There's also 700 Chrono Crystals that are up for grabs. Obviously, the battle boosted characters do include the Android units and the Super Vegito units, but yeah, that is pretty much where it's sitting basically. So it is I would say not too bad. They do give some really good options. They give this Gotenks, they give the free to play red Vegito, who you can get from the Rising Rush. They give some pretty decent options. They don't shut you out too badly, but I do think as always, you want to prioritize having the units. You can always quick run to floor 70 if need be. That's always something you can do if you have a really good team, and it does cut out a little bit of the grind. I obviously set up my team and I skipped ahead just to make sure that I can have a nice little head start. I don't really like to show people like floor 1. It feels a bit pointless, but yes, this is now floor 60. So it's a pretty decent way up, obviously just 10 short of the end of the auto battle requirements. Overall, this fight was pretty long. If you are using these units that I'm using, you're going to struggle a little bit. It's almost unavoidable. You're missing a lot of damage. The androids and the Ultra Vegito, they bring a lot of the damage due to their high boosts. But especially the androids, they're actual damage dealers. The red baseline Vegito is not a natural damage dealer. He does not do a huge amount of damage, and my Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks, I actually managed to get him to transform, but then had him swiftly die, which was a bit of a problem because he was actually a very, very large source of my damage. Your only real thing that I can I would say mention as a method to improve your time doing battle gauntlets and things like that is just your support team around the units that you're using. It's very important to obviously take note that it's only the 3 units where the boost matters. Like using non-boost or using boost units as your supporting cast doesn't really matter too much. It's not gonna make any difference. So as long as you have the 3 boost characters, you can then boost them up with whatever other characters are necessary to really maximize them. Also, I would suggest working on the gear of the units that you're using. It may seem like a little bit of a waste of time, but even grabbing an additional 500 Zenkai power for the Zenkai unit during a battle gauntlet is worth it, because it does save you resources, especially if you are using the Ultra Space Time Zenkai Rush to kind of maximize those resources. So it is advisable to obviously get as far as you can, but also I do understand it is quite difficult because it does depend on your box, and it does depend on what units you have. So it is a little bit difficult from that perspective, but again, you can kind of do what you need to do. At least I can suggest it. But yeah, overall, it wasn't really too bad. I 100% would suggest going as far as you can. If I can suggest anything, picking up the red base Vegito is the only real thing I can do, because he's probably the best free-to-play unit to utilize, just as a whole. But even he doesn't do that much damage, so if you've got any other units, there's no real value in picking them up. Rather just kind of stick with what you can and bring damage units rather than anything else, because yeah, you're not going to get too far with the base Vegeta. That being said, did manage to get to floor 60, which is pretty good. And obviously, yeah, I think that's not too bad, considering I didn't have any of the major units, and I'm purposefully not using my ultra rare Vegito to, yeah, show you guys like the effects and everything. So yeah, I think we actually did it right overall, and I think if you are looking at doing this, you should be able to, especially if you have, yeah, like I said, especially if you've got the ultra rare Super Vegito, or you've got, yeah, any of the really stellar top tier units and stuff like that. I think you can definitely have a pretty solid time in this battle gauntlet. And as always, guys, try and pick it up from there. Remember to use your rising rushes, and yeah, that's pretty much it. There's no real other tips that you're going to need. Also, just remember that obviously if you are busy doing this, it's only up for a couple days, so try and push it as much as you can, and you'll get that sweet Zenkai for Gohan. But yeah, that's pretty much it from me, guys. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Leave a like if you did, and bye.